Today, you get to be one of my clients. I'm going to critique this $40 million Paradise Valley, Arizona mansion, and then I'm going to give it an Arvin score at the end of the video. In the comments below, you tell me the dollar value of improvements I've made to this property. My name is Arvin Haddad. I'm the How to Buy Mansion guy. Let's watch this video together. Can you spot the flaw? Look at this frame, how the house sits on the lot. It's one of the major improvements we're going to make to this property, so feel free to pause it and try to figure it out yourself because it's a muscle you have to exercise to get better at this so you don't mess up your dream home. Pay attention to it. We're going to fix this baby up.
All right, so we're back in Paradise Valley, and this home gets your attention quick. With Mummy Mountain here in the backdrop, this home has tremendous scale, so many amenities, and so much you can't see from the gates and the front entry of this home. There's actually so much hidden underneath and behind everything here. There's room for 38 cars with lifts, go-karts underneath the property, a full underground level built for entertainment, and a lot more that you'd never guess just standing right here. Altogether, you're pushing close to 30,000 square feet.
Okay, let's talk about the lot. We got two lots. It's a double lot, 2 acres total. 1 acre is a corner lot. The other acre is an interior lot. Now, where he's standing is the pedestrian entrance to the property. Pay attention. And when you enter, you're south facing.
We have to talk about the exterior of this property. Over $1.5 million went into just the landscaping and lighting alone. So you go off that guest parking and you can walk up through this footpath, all limestone everywhere. And then you have this 18th century trough imported from Italy right here at the entry, just creating for a nice reset. I mean, the landscaping, the ficus bushes that go probably 14 feet, just add so much privacy to the circumference of this property. Olive tree set, and the amount of grass and flat grounds is just something you don't see in Arizona ever.
He's right about that. Most importantly, the landscaping fits the property like a fitted suit. What do I mean by it? This is not a brand new construction. You would never see on a new construction a developer would spend this much money on landscaping, let alone it won't even look like this because it wouldn't be mature, right? This is mature hedges. You've got mature trees, olive trees and palm trees. It just goes well with the property, and that in itself is worth at least $500,000 more because you're walking into something that is already done. But the biggest flaw over here is that your guests have to park outside on a busy street. In fact, the arrival experience for this property is really weak, and it's one of the things we're going to fix about it.
But now let's step inside. Again, all that honed limestone from the outside now flows into the interiors. Again, just above, vaulted ceilings, cascading chandelier, those organic soft warm touches, and then you have a hallway which extends the entire width of this front entry. And all the interior design was done by Katie Bow, and she did an incredible job just creating this Scandinavian-like experience and just creating for a warm organic touch everywhere you look. And I love these circular accent windows that break up this horizontal linear lines that we see throughout the home. It just has a nice break. And the movement from the sun through those windows just dances across the different textures and surfaces here in this very voluminous space. And then off to my left, you have this L-shaped couch, which is all surrounding this gas fireplace. More of that natural stone backdropping that frame TV. And above, softly illuminating this space here in the evening, is this very artisanal circular chandelier.
Don't pay attention to the chandelier. Pay attention to the spaces. And if you thought that hallway was super narrow and long, that's the least of my concerns right now because we have a problem in this room. This is your guest entrance to the property. And you're telling me they're going to walk into your family room kitchen? That's the first thing they're going to see on a 30,000 square foot home? What a massive flaw. What a massive missed opportunity. First of all, the family room, it's neither cozy nor formal. It's really in the no man's land. It's just such a weird space to have your guests enter, and then you don't get neither one of these feelings. They try to combine the two, which you could do on smaller square footage homes, but not in a 30,000 double lot in Paradise Valley. It's a huge mistake.
Obviously, I mentioned the views of Mummy Mountain and the pool and the casita and the grill. And I mean, there's so much happening that we'll get to, but check out these swings. And then above, you have this rattan woven pendant lights with surround sound speakers everywhere. I mean, if there's a wall, there's probably a speaker in it. You're gonna see that kind of idea played out throughout this home. Very minimalistic, but details everywhere hidden behind the surfaces. Because that build quality by Arcadia builders here in Arizona, everything is just reinforced, rebar, concrete, you name it. This home, like I said, the permanence of it and just how you can feel all the materials. You've got seating over here, so again, great breakfast. You walk out with your espresso, come sit right here and just enjoy your views of Paradise Valley, and just the weather is perfect. As you guys know, here in Arizona.
That was your wow factor. And if you thought it was really good, I give it an average score, and I will tell you guys why. Because we're in a double lot and it's a long rectangular lot. We didn't see that depth. We didn't see any grass. We saw hardscaping alone. That's it. I mean, I get that they tried to get the Mummy Mountain in the background, but I mean, that Mummy Mountain is not like, you know, the Eiffel Tower or the, you know, Great Pyramids of Gaza. It's a hill, you know? I see the sacrifice, but was the, you know, juice worth the squeeze? I don't think so.
And then more natural stone on this massive island with seating for 4, and then you have these hand-blown glass ribbed fixtures just softly illuminating this space. It's just beautiful. And then you have a gas stove backing it. And I love this glaze finish on this tile. Just the way the light bounces off of it just gives it that very organic touch, backing this 6-burner gas stove with that pot filler. I mean, you always got to call out these. These are the most convenient thing ever. And then look at the monolithic hood vent. It goes all the way to the ceiling, just like the tile, but this has that Venetian plaster. So again, a lot of waterproofing elements right here. You're gonna see that throughout the home. Again, just the touches, the detail throughout to make this super livable year round. The sink flanking each side is a dishwasher. I'm actually gonna go around into the butler's kitchen as Lydia loops around, but I did wanna call out these Sub-Zero refrigerators right here. Everything's hidden behind white oak.
I know what you're thinking. At the first glance, you're looking at this kitchen and you're like, that's clean. But once you start cooking in it, you will understand it's a nightmare, and I will tell you why. Look at your work triangle. Where are the shelves? Half of that cabinet is your side-by-side fridge. How are you going to have accessibility if you actually want to use this kitchen every day next to your family room while your kids are watching TV? So again, back to the point, it's really a show kitchen. It looks good, but is it really practical? I don't think so.
I'll step in where there's more ovens waiting for us, and you can hide everything out right here between these pocket doors. There's another sink, espresso machine back here, and a refrigerator, so everything you need is accessible.
No, not everything you need, because that was a butler's kitchen. It wasn't a chef's kitchen. You need an actual stove in there to be able to stay there and cook everything really efficiently and then serve the food, you know, in your kitchen or the dining table. Otherwise, you have to constantly go from this butler's kitchen to the stove and back, and that's a horrible work triangle. This is something I work on in my inner circle. We talk about this extensively in your kitchen design, and we've got nothing. We've got horrible, just show glam, you know, but practicality very low.
And then this is the big moment right here. Things get really quiet, calm as you're having a nice dinner with your friends and family, grabbing a bottle of wine out of one of your 2 wine refrigerators that are displayed. And again, these are temperature controlled. So you have a long wooden dining table that goes the entire length of this room. And look at the subtle curvature of these walls going up to these beam tray ceilings with that circular modern fixture hanging above. Just warm lighting. Again, everything was thought of.
I like this dining room, and I will tell you guys why. First, I like the dimensions. Its width, its length, its ceiling height. You've got a 10-seater. You can easily put 12 or 14 seat dining table over here and still be super comfortable. You'll have enough setbacks. It won't overwhelm the space. Second, I like its location within the property. It's right next to the kitchen, butler's area. It has access to the outside. But what I don't like about it is the, you know, really modern wine cellars on each side. It just doesn't go with the property. And again, for a dining room, when you go ceiling heights that high, you need to warm it up. We're having the same problem as the family room, just not enough warmth. They could have done a wood trim on the ceiling, still showcase that curvature in white, but they could have framed it better to bring a little bit more attention to it. It's just not doing it. It would have made the space warmer and would have, you know, brought more attention to the architectural curves of the property. It would have looked so much better.
But now here at the end of the hallway, just to speak on that connectivity once again, you can go through the sun courtyard from the motor courts. I mean, we get so much natural light here in the mornings especially. This is the place you want to hang out and have that cup of coffee or tea, and you go through another set of French doors straight out to the pool or that casita, and at the very end of the hallway, you have a 2-stall car garage or 4 with the lift.
I love the pagoda, but I don't like the family entrance to the property. Did you notice what happened? This is where you would enter your own property every day. This is the family entrance. You enter from over here, you park your car in either one of these 2-car garages on each side, and you're going to enter the property. But guess what you're going to see right away? Pay attention, and it's going to shock you because it doesn't make any sense.
But now we're going to switch, and Lydia's going to show you this side of the home.
And down this hallway, you have your laundry room with 2 washers and 2 dryers and direct access to outside. And you have a bunch of fenced-in areas for your pets, which is perfect. 2-stall car garage, or 4 if you're a car enthusiast. You have your key drop right here, which is perfect, right off the garage. And then down this hallway, you have the powder bathroom. And this is what I call the kids' wing. Look at how cute this is. You've got books, you have this little like playroom. You've got books, coloring, everything you could need as a kid. And then to my left is her bedroom. It's all set up with this pretty pastel colors, the cute wallpaper with the flowers, and then this chandelier hanging above. And every bedroom is set up with their own ensuite. This is the first 2 of 8 bedrooms in this house. And then behind Gavren is his bedroom. And again, another adorable setup. You have perfect views of your front entry, and again, ensuite off to my right.
This was horrible. I really liked the communal space where the kids could play and have all their toys over there. But overall as a space, who the hell puts their kids at the most exposed corner of the property? This is a massive problem. Massive problem. Most individuals I've worked with, they like to put their kids' bedrooms in the most protected area of the lot, okay? In a situation where at least you have to go through the parents to get to the kids. This property, the 2 kids' bedroom is at the most busiest corner, most exposed area of the property. Horrible flaw. Okay, let's talk about the arrival experience you will have if you purchase this property and live in it yourself, because the arrival experience for your guest area was average at best. Now, if you arrive over here, you either park in this garage or this garage. In either case, this entrance does not give you a symmetric view of the yard. You see the swimming pool half-ass, and also you never see this depth of yard. It's just not in the frame for you. Then you get into a maze of freaking long and narrow hallways. You have to commute all the way over here to get to the kitchen to drop off the stuff in the refrigerator. If you need to use the powder room, if your guests are over here, which is the only place they have to hang out in the main family room, you have to go all the way here to this corner to use the powder room. You don't have one on this side. So that's again, big negative. If you decide to go with a 1-story home, you really have to pay attention to your efficiency with the layout and how you kind of bundle things up with each other, because if you don't, then you're going to be doing a lot of walking.
I had to call out this. Look, they have drawers full of just arts and crafts stuff too.
I know, this is the perfect spot, and it's not the only spot that's set up for the kids.
Oh yeah, there's something coming later that is just insane.
Exactly. So back this way, we're gonna go to the primary wing.
Look at this hallway. It's just so dramatic. All the light filtering through. It's made to actually feel like you're walking outside at the same time with those tray ceilings, again with the illumination.
And back this way, you have more French doors that lead you out into this beautiful garden and courtyard. And now we're heading into the primary wing.
Before we go to the primary wing, did you just notice what happened? The distance from the kids' bedrooms to the primary wing is the farthest distance you can go in the main area of the main house. It's exactly the opposite direction. And they got bored on the way. They started talking about a, outdoor fireplace. This is a massive disaster, especially if you have young kids. Like in the middle of the night, can you imagine? You got to find your way back there. If you ever decide to go with this spider shape where you have a central body and then you got kind of 4 hands on each side, it's really good for privacy for vacation homes, but not so much for a family that really wants to stay together.
Through these French doors, the space just opens up. You have the light lime wash walls that subtly curve into the ceiling, and look at how beautiful this beaded light fixture is.
Don't pay attention to the chandelier. The primary bedroom is really small. For a $40 million property, 30,000 square foot, it's really small. I was expecting a little lounge, a little seating arrangement, so that, once a week you see your kids, they catch a train to, come hang out with you. You could have a little lounge area, seating arrangement where you can watch a movie maybe together. No, you just very average size bedroom for a property of this caliber.
And behind Lydia, French doors open up to your hot tub.
That's not just your hot tub, that's everybody's hot tub. All I can imagine is having all my kids' classmates in the hot tub right in front of my freaking bed.
Grabbing a bottle of wine from your temperature controlled wine display that holds over 400 bottles of wine. Or if you're Gavren, chocolate milk probably.
Hey, I do like me some chocolate milk.
To each their own. And then in here, you have your walk-in ensuite. To my left and to my right, you have the water closet. But when I wake up in the mornings, if I lived here, this is the very first place that I would come.
The espresso machine?
The espresso machine.
Typical.
You have the perfect get-ready area for your coffee, mini bar below, and then this enormous walk-in shower. And I just love how the cool toned stone perfectly balances this white oak cabinetry set below your vanity, and it mirrors on the other side. And anchoring this room is this deep soaking tub. And just look at the beautiful views of Mummy Mountain.
It's the first thing you see when you come in here, that lawn and just the grass.
No, it's the first thing that your kids' friends see when they come over to your home is your wife butt naked in the bathtub. Your kids gotta be like, Mom! Don't look, guys. That's my mom. We have a problem. Where you locate the primary bedroom, bathroom on a one-story home, you have to give it privacy. You can't just put it dead smack on the first glance of lawn that you got. This is where the backyard, which is really your side yard. You have 2 acres and you have a side yard, really. Like, this is where the lawn starts. And your jacuzzi is right there too. Again, you didn't give any privacy to your primary suite, and then you put overexposed your kids' bedrooms in the most exposed area of the lot, the most accessible part of the lot. Horrible decision. Horrible decisions.
And you can separate everything off.
With a pocket door right here. And then you have your custom closet.
This is a pharmacy. This is not a closet. And this is nowhere near enough for my friends in Scottsdale in Paradise Valley. They like to shop almost as much as LA people, okay? This is, again, nowhere near enough for him and her for, the location at all. It's small and it's just dead. No personality, nothing.
And I love how everything is hidden away in the cabinet. So you're not having the clutter out and about, and it's just super clean and minimal.
No, that's not what people want. People want to be able to see what's in there so they don't have to keep opening and closing. You just got to have them neat, right? You ask your mate to make sure they're organized, neat, color-coded, and all that jazz.
Right aside, again, everything is behind doors for your convenience, but you've got laundry as well, right?
Laundry, and then you have drying racks set here. You have 4 of those, which is perfect.
Drying racks? What are we, in Napoli? Just hang it from the window. Play some Pink Martini. Not a bad idea, I guess. Just a lot of hallways. You must be really confused right now. You don't even know where we are on the lot, I promise you, okay? I'm gonna ask my editor to impose it so you just get a kind of a GPS signal.
And then this is where it gets really fun.
So you turn a corner and then you have the in-home gym.
Where we're gonna get a workout in, real quick.
I not only wanted to show you guys the gym, but I also wanted to use it. I mean, this gym is so cool. Imagine wake up in the mornings, coming out here with your espresso, having this garage door, it all opens up. Lydia's on the Peloton taking a class. I mean, look how cool this is. And Lydia, your view of Mummy Mountain.
It's so beautiful.
I'm sorry to break it to you guys. I don't know if you're born and raised in Phoenix, but Mummy Mountain is not that sick. Sorry. I had to say it. If no one ever told you. He's pretending like it's the Eiffel Tower, man. It's not that sick. It's not even that tall. It's Looks like any other mountain. I've probably driven past 20 of these. Didn't even notice them. Okay, we gotta cut the video here and do part 2 where we cover crazy garage, the kart racing basement, the shooting range, and the whole backyard space in part 2. For this segment of the video, I want to tell you how I would have positioned the house differently to use this slot better. I would have certainly positioned the house facing west. The entrance of the house should have been west. The main reason here is that first, you don't have to be south facing on a 1-story home because you don't have a story above you. You can have skylights bringing natural light in. It's a lot less important on a 1-story home. Second, when I froze the frame in the beginning of the video, if you notice, the biggest flaw was that the best part of this double lot is not the corner side. It's the depth, it's the interior lot that has a lot more privacy. And the end of that lot was completely unused. It was all pavers and driveways and nothing. It wasn't just being used at all. But if you had positioned the front entrance from the side street, you could have accomplished 2 things at the same time. One, a private driveway for your guests to arrive. You didn't have that arrival experience on a property on a 2-acre lot, which is really the difference between, luxury and ultra luxury in many ways. You could have also, by encapsulating that amazing garage that you have at the end of the lot, on the good lot, in the front, and you could have had a big horseshoe driveway. By putting the garage in the center, you could have made it private, or you could have done an H-shaped property where you could have had this whole garage experience on the weaker lots and had a private driveway. And then you enter, you see the house, you see the depth of the yard. That wow factor was not that strong. Your wow factor on a double lot, 2 acres, should have that depth, should have that lawn in it, not as a side yard. You can't have that backyard as a side yard in a 2-acre lot. It just doesn't play at all. And then you could have finished off the lot with a guest house at the end that would have framed the view, the wow factor, would have given it perspective, and that guest house could have had an exit, its own driveway connecting it to the side street. And the icing in the cake is that the flow is significantly better. Your living quarters is really on this side of the property, where your primary bedroom is next to the kids' bedrooms, very close distance. Your kitchen and family room is right there next to each other. You actually have a formal living space. Your family entrance is very logical and, sequential. Your guests arrive better. And the less secure part of the property, you're putting all the stuff that you don't use as much, right? Your gym, which you want an access from the main street. Your bar, your movie theater, an office, which again, you would want an access from the outside, and your guest bedroom on this level. Hope this explained it better. Again, I think L shape would have worked well, H shape would have worked well, but the most importantly should have been facing this way to fix all these issues. Now, if you want to watch part 2, subscribe to the channel, and I will link it over here, and tell me in the comments the dollar value of how much more valuable this property would have been if they've just positioned the house differently on the lot. And if you want to join the inner circle, here's the QR code. I would love to be that guide to you so you won't make mistakes like this. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the part 2. Take care.